And Nick has called in. Nick, what did Woody smell like?
I didn't check that part out. What, Jake, didn't expect that question off the bat.
Yeah, you got to keep you on your toes. All 9 of them.
Well, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jake. How you guys doing?
Great work this morning, Nick. It was great to watch Good Morning
awesome.
America and see you guys.
Yeah, shout out to both Liz Mueller and Frank. When they got the invites, they called me right away. And I'm going to the game tonight with Lou and Chef Kev, so I invited them. I invited you as well. But with your morning show commitment, you were unable to make it. But nice little thing to do. Great event. They tunneled the towers. Tony Richardson was there. Future guest on the Nick Shine show, by the way. I like to add. Lock that in this morning. Tony, yeah, he's great. They gave a no mortgage smart home to a veteran, former New York City fireman. Also, really, really cool thing to do. There was Army Reserves were there, New York City firemen. Really cool thing that they did, and all the criticism that we give Woody for the football side of it, he is the biggest donator to that foundation. So it was really cool to be present for that moment. The guy was real emotional.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
That's very cool. Very cool. Now, what were the Jet chants like here? It looks like it took Woody was a little timid to get into it. I'm going to play the clip again.
J-E-T-S, Jets, woo!
Yeah, I mean, I think we caught him off guard. It happened there, and I think he thinks we were posing for a picture, but when we get together in a group, the chant's going to pop off. So, yeah, it was a really nice little event that they did, and there may or may not be video floating around there of me cornering Woody Johnson and talking to him for a little bit. So Nick Shine's got some ideas, and he was floating it Woody's way.
You tell him to hire Mike Tomlin?
Oh, no, I am not a Tomlin guy, Jake, at all.
Sean McDermott?
No, even worse.
Trade for Kevin O'Connell?
Trade for Sean McVay? 2 first rounds, and he gets to pick his quarterback? Now
I'm giving you realistic scenarios. Yeah, not fantasy scenarios.
Well, I don't think that Tomlin left the Steelers, the most stable organization in football, to take on the Jets. That's my take with it. I don't see that happening.
Because money. That's why. Money, power. He already has a house in the Hamptons, and he'd be in the same city as his buddy Harbaugh.
Legacy.
Yeah, the guy, whoever wins with the Jets, it's the equivalent of winning 3 Super Bowls with any other team.
I just don't think he coaches anywhere. I'm not saying just the Jets. I don't think Tomlin coaches again. I think that he's done something remarkable, incredible. He's made a ton of money. He can do the Cowher thing, right? He can just sit in the studio and make money without having to put all that time in. I don't think he coaches anywhere.
We'll see. But the thing is, the job's an attractive one if Glenn can't figure it out, because they have cap space, 3 picks, one of them to a quarterback, and the roster we all think has some good young talent on it.
I need gas, as everyone just heard. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an attractive job, and
not that kind of gas.
Sorry, forgive me. But,
anything else you could share with what stood out from hanging out with Woody and company this morning?
The fans, man, are just incredible. We myself, Lou, Chef Kev, Lou D, no relation to Lou B, Danny Gomez, and Mikey Hulkhands. We're leaving in the elevator, and we're like, oh, we got to get out to the field. And we just start wandering down, in the tunnels of MetLife to get out to the field. And one guy saw us. He goes, what are you guys doing? I go, we're going to the field to take a picture. Will you take it? He wanted to kick us out. He goes, sure, let's go. So once I stop at home here in a few minutes, I'll push that picture to you too. But great time, man. And we'll be back there.
They have left us in MetLife. We were trying to find our way out.
When you leave the keys.
Oh, Chef Kevin got the Good Morning America song.
There's Nick in the front. God only knows what he's up to.
Oh, my God.
We don't know how to get. We're in the storage room, apparently.
We're going to get banned for game 1 of the preseason.
For real. Lifetime ban. All right, Nick fam.
Let's go. Nick's like, yeah, this way. Trust me. This is where we walk out of the field.
Oh, no, Nick. No, bro. We're definitely not supposed to be doing this. They got some.
We're a team, right?
We're a team.
Supposed to be doing this.
I like it. You guys had to get on the field.
Dude, I jogged out of the tunnel and was waving to people as if they were there. It cut off right at that part. Damn it.
Did you have an American flag?
I did not. I did
Too
not. There's only one Nick that can run out there and do that. I'm not going to try to ever compare or compete with the great late Nick Mangold.
2 p.m. is the tailgate, Nick?
Yes, unless you're
Wow.
looking for a ride, then it's 6:30 when we'll all be inside the stadium.
Charles Gorman will be in the building tonight, folks.
Wow.
It's remarkable. I said to him, I'm like, you're going to go to this game, sit by yourself? Like, I don't want this stress of trying to, like, find me at the end of the game. I don't want it, like, at all. Zero interest. None.
So you're taking him home, aren't you?
If he can find me in the parking lot, sure.
I can't wait. I look forward to you two reconnecting.
Yeah, I can't wait to beat the crap out of you for trying to facilitate all this. So you better have your head on a swivel when you get to D10 later, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shine, everyone. Nick Shine.
Later,
Show.
boys.
Would be objectively hilarious if the Jets threw out the same fans that they promoted on Good Morning America because they went on the field to take a picture after the thing.
Yeah, banned for life because they needed to get on the field to get a picture after that. Oh God, can't make it up.
Incredible. The Jake Asman Show is brought to you by PrizePicks. Check out PrizePicks right now. If you're a sports fan, they have something for everyone, especially if you're one of my listeners and you're gearing up for the upcoming Jets season. For player picks on PrizePicks, you just pick a player you like and you go more or less on a few of their stats. Check out some of the numbers they have for some of your favorite Jet players: Geno Smith, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., Kenyon Sadiq, and many more. PrizePicks should be your go-to, and check out their new offer right now. Play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. All you need to do is sign up and use that code HMA. That's PrizePicks code HMA. Download the app now or click the link in the description to download the PrizePicks app today. So for those who haven't seen it yet, definitely go back and take a listen. Really good stuff on the show from Samini and from BT. We talked about the joint practices, talked about the preseason, and I want to share with you guys a clip. Samini told an epic story last night involving a preseason game that he covered way back in 1995. So this is what I love so much about working with Rich. He's an encyclopedia of Jet knowledge, and being around the team for as many years as he has, 39 full-time training camps he's now covered. So this was Samini's story from our most recent episode. And again, the full episode's an hour. Check it out. But I want to play this, and hopefully you'll then go subscribe to the Jets Collective YouTube channel. All right, Rich. Jet preseason kicks off tomorrow. You've seen it all, basically, in your time around this team. So what is the craziest or your favorite preseason memory that you could share with the collective audience?
Yeah. I've seen more preseason games that I care to remember, but there's one in particular. Now, we're going to go back a ways here, guys. This is the mid-'90s. The Jets are playing, now hear me out, they're playing a preseason game in Jackson, Mississippi. They're playing the Eagles. Wow. Don't ask me why. It's like a special game. I don't know why they were in Jackson. So they're in Jackson against the Eagles. Brutally hot night, as you could imagine, in Mississippi in the summertime. But so this is pre-cell phone days. I'm working for Newsday at the time as the beat writer. We file the story during the game, and then the plan is to call in quotes after the game so my editor could insert that into the story to make our edition. So there was a deadline, and the deadline was this. Rich Kotite was gracious enough to allow the beat writers to fly home on the team charter after the game, so we didn't have to spend an extra night in Jackson. So we couldn't go back to the press box. We had to do it fast. So I had to go in the locker room, get my quotes, get out to the payphone. Yes, a payphone outside the locker room to call in my quotes. So I'm on a tight time watch here. So I go out, and there's this player at the payphone, and I'm waiting, and this player, as I can hear him talking, is clearly talking to his parents, giving them like a play-by-play of what he did in the game. The game wasn't even on live TV. It was a tape delay, and this rookie player is giving the play-by-play, and I'm looking at my watch, and I'm like, Kotai's going to leave me at the stadium here.
Oh, shit.
If this guy doesn't hurry up. And so the guy finishes the phone call and walks away, and the player was a rookie free agent named Wayne Corbett.
Wow.
Hey, that's my boy.
I
Boy.
always remembered that. He was like a little kid
Dude.
calling his parents, telling him, you never believe what I just did in this game. And 3 weeks later, he's in the starting lineup, week 1, Jets at Miami. Great story. And I think I did get my quotes in on time, even though Wayne was hogging the phone that night. I did get my quotes in, and we know what happened to Wayne Corbett.
Pretty amazing, huh? Great story there from Rich. Check out the full episode on the Jets Collective YouTube channel. It's also available as a podcast on Apple or Spotify. I'll post the collective link in the live chat. But I think we have 4,500 subscribers there, and we're going to be live every Tuesday night during the season. We might be we will be doing it twice a week. I just don't have the second date yet. It might be Thursday, so we will see. But definitely Tuesday nights during the season, the Jets Collective is going to be a staple for Jet fans this year. So very excited about that. All right, let's do a couple more calls if we got them. Last chance to get in. We'll spin the Wheel of Champions at the end of the show for those of you who have entered our raffle. Up next on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is...
He's the brother man, Kansas dude who loves the Jets. He's the brother man, he can't be more polite and chat. He's the brother man, they call him Derek and he's totally cool. He's the brother man, he's Derek, the Kansas Jets fan.
Yo, Jay. What's up,
Hello,
brother?
Derek.
Good to see you, my man. How we feeling?
Oh, living the dream. Jets football tonight. Yes.
Heck yeah, dude. I know. It seems like it's taken an eternity. I'm very excited to get to see some starters play tonight. I'm kind of nervous about Garrett Wilson getting some playing time. Hopefully it's just like a drive or something on that MetLife turf. I don't know something about. I just don't really know if he needs to play, but it's not really my call. So I guess we'll see what happens and hope for the best. But where are you going to be watching the game from tonight, brother?
Either the stands or from home. We'll see. We'll see if we make it in. I'm definitely going to go to tailgate for a little bit.
Are you doing the show after or before?
I will do a show after the game tonight.
After.
We'll do a post game.
Cool. Awesome. I'm very much looking forward to that. Do you got any predictions? Do you got any, like, how many drives do you want to see the starters start? 1, 2, a quarter?
I would play them like a full quarter at least, but I think Glenn's only going to have them out there for 2 drives at the most. And if the offense goes right down the field, let's say like they did last year in the first one, I think that will probably be it.
Nice. I like that. You got any expectations? I was kind of trying to follow this week. I was a little bit under the weather. I didn't really get to see who won the joint practices or anything like that. Did I miss on anything big?
Tampa, I would say probably won based on all the reports that were there. But again, don't put too much stock into that necessarily. They can be very misleading, as I learned a couple of years ago watching the Jets destroy the Commanders in a joint practice.
Yeah, it's hard to look too much in the preseason. It looks like it's been one of the more competitive preseasons I can recall in quite some time. Hopefully, we'll just get to see a look at some of our secondary depth pieces, and just hopefully the boys will go out there and put on a pretty good showing.
Let's see it, Derek. We need the magic.
We do need the magic. All right, man. Well, I look forward to your post-game show. I hope you and the fellow Asmaniacs have a wonderful rest of your day, man. Jets football's back, baby. Jets. Jets. Let's go, guys.
Let's go. Derek. Yeah.
Jets, Jets. Woo!
Good call there from Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. Bailey Bro Leader says, realistically, how many sacks do you think Bailey gets this year? And do you think he'll get any in the preseason? Let's say David Bailey will have 17.5 sacks this year. At least that's what Frankie V is telling everyone. I think David Bailey is going to probably have around 8 or 9 sacks. That's my early prediction. And I do think he will get one in the preseason. I think he might get one tonight. I don't think Tampa's playing their starters, so Bailey against some backup linemen. I think Bailey gets a sack tonight. I do. Again, Bailey's number on PrizePicks for sacks is only 5.75. I think he definitely gets at least 6, so I'd play the over on that for sure. All right, last chance to get in on today's show. Again, we're live tonight after the Jets game. check the time for when we're going to start specifically. If I stay for the game, it's going to take me a little bit to get home from the game, not as long as a regular season game would because it's not as many fans. So we'll do a post game tonight. I'm always looking forward to those. And then I'm on the radio tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So some people take off on the weekend, not me. I actually end up somehow working more on the weekend. So need all the Jet fans to call in tomorrow so I could talk plenty of Jets on ESPN New York from 9 to noon tomorrow. Ron L. is up next on today's show. Hello, Ron.
Hey, Jake. How you doing?
What's
It's
up,
me.
Ron?
I'm just calling. Hi. I was listening to Steve Serby was on with Francesca a couple days ago, and I'm always listening to stuff when I'm driving around and working around the house. Anyway, so Francesca is still good friends with Parcells, and he was talking about how fond of Glenn Parcells is, and we've all heard this before. Anyway, it's funny. He says he calls them almost every day. He said, Francesca said that. Anyway, so it's funny. Just hearing some of the things he's been saying lately, I could tell Parcells is talking to him, and he's just repeating the same old stuff. Like when Glenn was asked recently in an interview about what he expects to do, he was talking about. He said, "Oh, I want to see the fundamentals. I want to see better tackling." I could just tell. I can't imagine. Parcells is probably talking to him, saying, "Hey, you got to work on this," and he just keeps spewing this because it sounds good, and it sounds really good, but it's not. We're gonna know starting tonight. But I hate to keep back.
We're gonna know starting tonight, Ron. It's gonna preseason lives. We'll know in the first 4 weeks of the year whether or not this coach has hired a better staff and he's learned his lesson, or if they're 0-4 or they're 1-3 and they look bad in these games. It's not gonna matter.
No, I agree.
We're gonna know. Their early season schedule will tell us all we need to know about whether or not this head coach has a chance to be here beyond the season.
And I mowed my lawn out there. You could see today it was just under 87 degrees. I took Beast's advice, so I never mow the lawn. It's any hotter than that anymore, and it looks fantastic. That's wow. A Beast informed lawn right there. That's
hey, Beast. What do you think of the lawn?
What does he think about my lawn out here, Beast?
Let's
Does
see.
he approve of this?
Wait. I go up a little closer. That's like a little too spaced out. You're spacing it out. Very good. Did you use the weed whacker and also did you use one of those?
I whacked all these seams along the sidewalk and everything.
Nice work. Very good. Did you also watch some of the guys from M&D Lawn Care, also SB Mowing, and a good friend of mine from Detroit?
I have not watched that yet, but
they're good. These are great workers. I watch them all the time. It's because they tell you just make sure when you edge, make sure you don't screw up the lining, because if you screw it up, you'd have to start all over again. And make sure when you use your this little thingy, make sure you check your wheel and make sure you have them things there when you're cutting, because you don't want to go whoop, oh shit. You don't want to do that. Just make sure you check the lines. When you put the line
This show is so full of good information. I mean, from lawn care, tech service, football. It's unbelievable. We can't get enough of it.
You never know what you're going to get around here, Ron. Great call.
Thanks, Jake.
It's a deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.